Hello, beautiful souls. This is part 2 of a 2-part video on 10 signs of a twin flame psychic connection. If you're coming from part 1, you can go ahead and skip ahead. If you haven't yet seen part 1, you can either check out that video in the description box or just listen as I quickly give you an important yet brief explanation of how twin flame psychic communication actually happens. Because I feel that understanding this basis is really important for not only intellectually understanding the signs, but knowing for sure whether or not you are authentically experiencing them with your twin flame. So what we need to understand about twin flame psychic connection is this communication, this psychic communication, is actually occurring energetically, and specifically through all 7 main energetic centers of the body we know as the 7 chakras. Now, for twin flames, they are predominantly connecting and exchanging energy through the heart chakra, the heart center. This is because this is the chakra that stores and processes all of our emotions. The bond between the heart chakras of twin flames is so strong that illustrators have even sometimes depicted it as a silver cord running from the heart of one twin flame to the heart of the other. But what few people realize is that we actually exchange psychic information emotionally, energetically through this heart center. So because of this, we are capable of feeling whatever our twin flame is feeling in any moment. Feeling their presence, feeling their love, even feeling their darker emotions for the purpose of sharing all of these emotional, energetic experiences, accelerating our own individual and joint soul evolution, and also through this soul evolution, elevating all of planetary consciousness. Something else to understand about the heart chakra is that many of us have heart chakra blockages, which is why we can find it difficult to experience full-blown, unconditional love on the surface level with our twin flame, because although this love is always running between us, we are, or our twin flame is, often repressing it in certain ways. This is one major component that leads to this running and chasing dynamic in the twin flame connection. Because we put up these walls, these metaphorical, energetic walls within us, especially around the heart center, we are terrified of the ways in which our twin flame immediately crumbles those walls. And we are terrified of being vulnerable in their presence, or maybe they are the ones feeling that fear more so. And this normally leads to one or both parties in the twin flame connection running away. It's a constant push and pull. Even if one twin flame doesn't fully run away in terms of completely cutting all physical, mental, well, you could never cut the mental contact, but you get what I'm saying, cutting all communication or contact, even if it's not to that extreme, oftentimes twin flames, one or the other, will not fully let each other into their heart because they are experiencing these blockages. I have created a twin flame heart activation subliminal, and many of you hear me talk about subliminals on my podcast, and the reason I so often talk about them is because personally I didn't see great results from energy work or from the law of attraction until I started incorporating subliminals into my daily meditation routine. And once I did start meditating with subliminals, things began to change for me very fast. So I became curious about why they were so effective for me, and I even started creating them myself. This is how my passion project and website, Sound and Soulful, was born. On this website, I've created a library of over 100 subliminals for all areas of life. What you're looking at now is a screen recording just to show you how to navigate around my site, and also to just share with you some of the most popular categories of subliminals I have available. I have subliminals for physical bodily changes, appearance changes, money manifestation, manifesting other specific material things like a house, a car, a dream job, manifesting within a relationship, even a specific person. I even have several subliminals dedicated specifically to twin flames. If you are experiencing difficulty clearly communicating with your twin flame psychically, or you want to deepen that psychic bond, again, this happens mainly through the heart chakra. So I would highly recommend my heart chakra activation or opening subliminal, which will be linked in the pinned comment as well as the description box of this video. You can try out this heart chakra opening subliminal as well as any of the subliminals in my library completely free for 7 days when you create a trial account on my website. So with that being said, let's dive right back into psychic signs that you are communicating telepathically with your twin flame. Twin flame signs of a connection, signs of an authentic twin flame connection that we experience psychically, energetically. Sign number 6 is sharing everything. I tried to give some examples when I wrote down this sign in my notes, but you really can share and do share everything energetically with your twin flame. This is, again, all on an energetic level because you are constantly exchanging this energetic information. You are able to share things like states of consciousness or being. So what I mean is, specifically, if your twin flame is intoxicated in some way or has some sort of altered state of consciousness, if you know what I mean, you may experience residual effects of this. In the same way, if your twin flame has a great night out partying, you may actually experience the effects of their hangover the next day. But it isn't just limited to this kind of state of being sharing. Twin flames will also share illnesses and physical pain, especially physical muscular pain. And there actually is a divine reason for this strange sign. The reason that twin flames share pain, either in the form of emotional pain, which we'll get into later, or physical pain, is actually to accelerate their own healing. You are, in a sense, taking on all of your twin flames' pain, and they are taking on all of yours, so that you can sort of divide and conquer, in a sense that you can merge your energies for the purpose of accelerated soul, deep level healing, as well as accelerated spiritual growth. This is truly the fast track to a spiritual awakening process. So not only will you share this pain and illnesses, but also habits, mannerisms, ways of speaking. You and your twin flame, even if you've never met before in the 3D physical world, when you do meet, you may find you have some of the same hobbies, the same habits, the same ways of moving your body language, ways of speaking. This is because your entire life, you and your twin flame have been exchanging this energetic information. You just weren't aware of it. So oftentimes, especially in the period of time very close prior to meeting a twin flame in the physical world, this will kind of intensify to sort of energetically clear the way for your 3D meeting. So you actually may pick up some of your twin flames' hobbies, interests, mannerisms as new mannerisms for yourself prior to meeting your twin flame, and then be surprised when you meet them to realize that this new hobby that you picked up, this new genre of music you started listening to, this new type of food you started liking, was actually because this was coming from your twin flame energetically. The 7th sign of a twin flame psychic connection is emotional transference. Now, I know this is way down on the list, but I really could have put this at number 1 because this is one of the most profound forms of psychic communication that occur between twin flames. Because remember, although twin flames exchange energetic information through all 7 chakras, it's predominantly being exchanged through the heart chakra, the center of our emotions. So in your twin flame's presence, or even in their physical absence, you may feel this massive wave of emotion hit you completely out of nowhere. And it will be intense, it will be powerful, it may be very random, and you will also have a sense that it's not yours because it won't make sense. You won't always have, or usually when it's coming from your twin flame, there'll be no known trigger for this emotion in your immediate environment. You may have been having a really great day, feeling really happy and confident, and all of a sudden you're hit with this wave of deep grief and sadness. And you can know that as a twin flame, this is coming from your twin flame. As they process these deep negative emotions, you are processing them in tandem, again, to accelerate that healing. But the same can happen with positive emotions as well. If your twin flame is feeling particularly happy or confident, this can be transmitted to you emotionally, and you can experience a sudden wave of euphoria. You can suddenly find yourself feeling energized out of nowhere. Now, this isn't always entirely welcome. I got the feeling that someone out there listening needs to know that if you are waking up at weird times in the middle of the night, or your sleep patterns are changing, or you're unable to sleep, sometimes this is because, or this could be for one of you happening because your twin flame is actually awake at those times. And because they are awake and feeling energized, they are transmitting this energy to you. You are feeling it, and then you are actually feeling unusually energized when you should be physically tired or physically sleeping. So if you've been someone who has been wondering why you've been waking up at certain times, feeling so energized, and maybe you've even suspected intuitively that this is coming from your twin flame, this may be that confirmation you needed that yes, this is coming from them. Now, sign number 8 of a twin flame psychic connection is, we already kind of mentioned this with sharing illnesses and habits, but sharing in deep level, persistent physical pain. So this is deeper than a passing illness, a hangover after a night out. This is a wound for them. Whether this is a chakra blockage, a serious blockage they have that is actually manifesting in their body as extreme muscular tension that is persistent, that never goes away. Or perhaps this is some kind of long-term illness they have, or even some type of a medical condition. Twin flames can actually share even a medical condition or the symptoms of that, because again, they are together shouldering the burdens of these pains. They are becoming shared burdens in order to transcend and heal them at an accelerated rate together. The next sign, the 9th sign of a twin flame psychic connection, is having an awareness of when they need you and feeling an irresistible urge to reach out. This could be a very physical urge. So in your twin flame's presence, when they are in deep pain, even if they are shielding it or masking it, you will feel it very deeply within your own body, and you will also psychically pick up on the fact that they need you. And because you know that they need you, your comfort, your support, whatever it may be, you may find yourself accidentally, almost, again, that accidentally but not really an accident, just your higher self sort of taking control of your body and moving it. You may reach out your hand to grab a hold of theirs. You may reach out to embrace them, reach out to physically comfort them in some way. And this urge could feel very unnatural or strange to you, especially if you aren't particularly close with your twin flame, or if your connection has been largely platonic. It would feel to your ego, this urge to physically reach out will feel inappropriate. It will be judged as not appropriate for the setting, for the conditions of your relationship, whatever it may be. But your soul will just be urging you to physically reach out to this person. It will feel as magnetic as anything you've ever felt before. It will feel as though every cell of your body is being pulled toward them, wanting to assist them, wanting to comfort them. This is the depth of that unconditional love that only twin flames are capable of experiencing to that full extent with one another, because it's unconditional love that is truly naturally unconditional. Of course, it has no conditions, because by loving your twin flame, you're loving yourself. And by loving yourself, you're loving your twin flame. You are so inextricably connected, so indivisible, that the boundaries energetically between you are so blurred and merged. In fact, there really are no energetic boundaries. And so it would be impossible not to feel this urge to want to support, assist, and comfort your twin flame regardless of the circumstances. And this is true even if there's a rift between you, even if there is a disconnect, even if they've been running or you've been running, that desire to comfort them, to love them, to support them will be there regardless. And finally, the 10th sign of a twin flame psychic connection, a sign that I may even dedicate an entire video to, but for now, I'll just leave it as one of these 10 signs. But communicating through social media posts, or feeling as though your twin flame is communicating with you through what they are publicly posting online. Now, this obviously gets very tricky, because our ego tells us that when our twin flame is publicly posting something, we would be crazy to apply it directly to us, especially if on the surface it isn't even related to relationships, love, romance, and definitely isn't directly related to us. But somehow we get this strange nagging feeling that there is this cryptic hidden message within their social media post. Maybe they post a picture and you feel as though they posted that because they wanted you to see it, and you can know that this is coming from your soul if you weren't actively seeking it or looking for it through your ego. You just happened to get this sudden flash of a thought that, hey, I think that they were posting this because there was a message in this post or this picture for me that they wanted me to understand. This can actually be a form of modern day psychic communication between twin flames, because oftentimes twin flames, especially in a form of separation, either physical or emotional, have so much on a soul level that they want to say, that they want to communicate, that they either can't find the physical words to say, or that they're too afraid to say, or that the circumstances don't allow them to say. Like in the case of a third-party situation, your twin flame or you may be feeling as though there are things that you desperately want them to know and to understand, and you have no way of communicating these things because of what barriers or perceived barriers may be between you and the physical world. And sometimes in these cases, your twin flame or you may find yourself posting on social media, kind of hoping or thinking that maybe your twin flame will pick up on this message, and know that because of the bond between you and your twin flame, you aren't crazy for feeling these intuitive feelings about what they're posting, especially if you don't normally connect other people's posts to you or romantic interests posts to you, but you're doing it with this person. This is a very good sign you can trust this intuition that they actually are trying to use social media as a medium through which to communicate their true thoughts and feelings in some subtle, cryptic way that they feel they can't communicate on the surface level. So I hope this video was helpful for you in deciphering what twin flame manifestations of the psychic bond you may be experiencing, and a framework within which to understand these experiences, because when they are happening to you, they will usually be so confusing and yet so intense that the tendency is, especially coming from a space of ego, to immediately write them off, to think that we must be crazy, or maybe you do share some of these experiences with others and they try to insert logic into this completely illogical situation. Know that, and I just feel I need to close this video by saying to someone who needs to hear it, that your logic, your ego is fighting so hard to make sense, to make rhyme and reason of why these things are happening. And not only that, but to know where they're going, how they're going to unfold. And if you're listening to this, someone out there needs to hear that it is safe to trust the divine unfolding of this connection, to trust the divine unfolding even of your own healing process and your twin flames healing process. Someone out there listening, I feel, is in a situation where they feel as though they met their twin flame at the exact wrong time. Everything was right about the circumstances, maybe in terms of, you hit it off really well, the sparks were flying, there was so much that was so right about it, and yet there were such crucial aspects that were so wrong. Like maybe there was someone else, or you're with someone else, or you live really far apart. There is some barrier between you and your twin flame that is causing you so much pain, and beyond that, even just confusion. And your ego has been fighting so hard, obsessing, trying to figure out how it's all going to come together. And I just want you to know that you are being divinely guided along this path, and that if you continue to do your own inner healing work, to participate on the healing within, because your twin flame is your perfect mirror, they will heal in tandem to you. You don't always have to step into a space of immediate action. You can allow things to unfold. You can choose to trust what your intuition is sensing, to trust what your soul knows, and not only that, but to trust how this process is unfolding. So thank you so much for listening to this podcast, for joining our community here. If I did resonate with you, please subscribe to this channel. Within this community, love is catching like wildfire, and I am so grateful to each and every one of you for being here, and not just being here, but also co-creating this space along with me. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day, and I'll talk to you again in the next podcast.